The Macho Mandalorian is here! Oh, yeah!
Hey everyone, Django Fett here, Honey Down Games, comics, TV shows, movies, and more, and this is a review for Zombieland. So, with Zombieland Double Tap, or Zombieland 2 coming out pretty soon, I thought it would be a great idea to review Zombieland. So I just got this on Blu-ray just recently because I couldn't find a download for this whatsoever, so let's just get right into it. Nerdy college student Columbus, Jesse Eisenberg, has survived the plague that has turned mankind into flesh-devouring zombies because he's scared of just about everything. Gun-toting, Twinkie-loving Tallahassee, played by Woody Harrelson, has no fears. Together, they're about to stare down their most horrifying challenge yet: each other's company. Emma Stone and Abigail Breslin co-star in this double-hitting, head-smashing comedy. So man, this movie came out in 2009, 10 years ago, and stars Jesse Eisenberg, Woody Harrelson, like I mentioned before, Emma Stone and Abigail Breslin, man. And god damn, man, I love this movie, and I rewatched it again. I freaking love it. I think it's one of the most charming and great horror / comedies out there. It's not really a horror. I wouldn't really consider it horror. It's more a comedy than it is horror, but it just makes fun of all of the zombie movies and just kind of turns it upside down. And god, I loved everything about this movie. The acting, the story, the direction of where they go. It's just a really exciting and fun movie that has a little bit of everything: drama, action, romance, comedy, of course. It's got everything, and it's just a really engaging movie. And I didn't realize how short this movie was. It's actually an hour and a half. I thought it would be a little bit longer. I do wish it was a little bit longer, actually, because I do think they could have added a little bit more to the movie. But I do think it's still good at the end of the day. I thought everyone did really good. Jesse Eisenberg, this is probably his best performance and most convincing performance yet. I can't believe I'm saying that. Jesse Eisenberg now is completely different. He doesn't give a shit. And same with a great cameo is Bill Murray. I can't believe I'm saying that. With Bill Murray too, I was surprised by it. But this is the best cameo ever. Best cameo ever, I would say, by far. Being in it, and it was just fucking hilarious when he's in it. I didn't think it was as laugh out loud as I thought it was originally, but it is still pretty damn good and funny. I do still think some of the comedy elements don't work in some parts. It's a little bit dated in that aspect, but it's still a very great rewatchable movie you can watch over and over again, and you can still laugh and chuckle at, because there is a lot of funny moments. But bringing up Bill Murray again, he was just surprising too, because as you've seen with previous movies, he lost it. He completely lost it. He didn't give a shit. He thought Jesse Eisenberg didn't give a shit. Bill Murray lost it completely. But in this movie, however, I noticed he really gave a shit. He really liked being in this movie, and he did have some fun, and you did notice that quite a bit. So I do have to give Bill Murray a lot of credit for that. And then you have Woody Harrelson, who is fantastic. This was the first real movie that I really found out about Woody Harrelson. Surprisingly, I never watched any of his previous films, his older films, but this was the first real film where I see him, and he's just this gun-toting maniac who just loves killing zombies, but has a soft spot too, which is really weird too. But it really works very well. And then it works with Jesse Eisenberg, who is a wimp, and he is this tough guy, but they do have a bond with one another. It does really work very well. And then Emma Stone is the love interest for Jesse Eisenberg's character, and they all work very well. All four of them have this great bond that they get over time. Of course, they're against each other, and then over time, they bond and become a great team and a family. I've already spoiled most of the movie. I don't give a shit at this point. It's just, if you haven't seen this movie, that's on you, man. That's really on you. I can't believe it's 10 years ago. It's a 10-year-old movie and you still haven't seen it. What the fuck is wrong with you? And they actually have a quote. It says, "Superbad meets Shaun of the Dead," which I think is kind of an accurate quote, because it does have some unique comedy elements that you don't really see in comedies nowadays. They just don't work. But like this one was like a special time for this movie to just come out and just be this really fun movie. And you know, with Robin Fleischer, he has not done a lot of movies actually. I looked at his IMDb, and the last movie he did was Venom, and surprisingly, I actually kind of enjoyed that movie. It was funny. It was actually kind of engaging. I thought that movie would be a shit show, but he actually brought some life to the movie with the comedy aspect, and with Venom and Tom Hardy's character just adding the comedy element to it. I think the guy knows how to direct the film and make it funny. So that's why I'm pretty much interested in Zombieland Double Tap. But at the same time, I'm very worried because there was no marketing whatsoever. I do have to see another trailer, but there's no marketing whatsoever, and I'm kind of scared. Even though I've been excited, I've been waiting for this for 10 freaking years, I am a little worried because when I anticipate a movie for this long, they always backfire. I've noticed quite a bit. But man, this is a timeless classic, and it's got a lot of charm and wit to it that you don't see in movies nowadays. You really do not at all. So I'm giving Zombieland a... So it's hard to say if this movie will be better than the first or it'll be good at all. I know Ruben Fleischer is going to be directing this movie, so that's a good sign, and it has all the original cast, unlike the TV show, whatever that thing was. Yeah, that came out in 2013, and they did a TV show or whatever, and a whole different cast. What the fuck were they thinking with that shit?
What is that? What the fuck is that?
But hope to God this movie ends up being good, because I've waited 10 fucking years for this shit. And it's really a cult classic, Zombieland. So everybody I think I know has been waiting for a sequel for some time, including myself. But I think at the same time, after seeing Zombieland again, I can understand why this movie was, you know, a one-off and made just for, at the time, as a one-off movie. And it made sense. But at the time, I was like, I want a sequel. I love this freaking movie. And it took them 10 fucking years for this shit, man. Look, what is going on? Like, this movie was a success. This made a good amount of money for you guys. The production company and stuff. So I would think they would make a sequel, but 10 years? Like, I don't know what they were thinking. So thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to please like this video, comment down below. Tell me what you think of Zombieland 1 in the comment section below. And please be sure to subscribe to my channel, Django Fett. And I'll see you, my fellow Mandalorian brothers and sisters, next time. Ooh, yeah!